A man from Northeastern China recently said that he offered the police a lead on a fugitive because of a prize of over 100,000 US dollars. The fugitive was captured, but the man didn't get the reward money. After the news broke, this person got little public sympathy but received a lot of criticism and ridicule instead. Why? Because what the police were looking for was a North Korean defector. Let's take a look at his dramatic escape from prison. On October 18, 2021, at a Jilin prison, the man climbed up the AB door of the prison during the wind-down time. The AB door is also known as a double interlock door, meaning that when door A is open, door B cannot be opened. He climbed over the AB door onto the canopy and then jumped off the prison wall. After that, he disappeared from the surveillance cameras. According to the official account of China's Shanxi legal network, Western Review, Zhu Yanjuan was born on October 13, 1982, to an ordinary North Korean peasant family. He spent 4 years in North Korea undergoing special forces training. After his sister defected to South Korea, his family was incriminated, and Zhu was sent to a coal mine for forced labor. After 9 years in the coal mine, he crossed the border through the Tumen River into Jilin, China in July 2013. The day after he arrived in China on July 22, 2013, he was arrested by Chinese police. A Chinese court sentenced him to 11 years and 3 months in prison and a fine of 16,000 yuan for the crimes of smuggling across the border, theft, and robbery. He will be deported after serving his sentence. While in prison, he received 2 reductions to his sentence, which means he could be done on August 21, 2023. But the problem is he will be deported after he completes his sentence. The article by Western Review even ends with this statement: North Korea treats defectors cruelly, tantamount to treason. There are only 2 fates for Zhu when he returns to North Korea. He can either stay in a dark coal mine for the rest of his life, or be sentenced to death. The day after Zhu's escape, on October 19, 2021, Jilin Prison issued a reward notice. Anyone who provides a clue to assist in the arrest of the fugitive would be rewarded 100,000 RMB or 15,800 US dollars. Anyone who provides a clue to directly arrest the fugitive would be rewarded 150,000 RMB or 23,700 US dollars. After that, the reward kept increasing. On November 16, 2021, a notice from the Chinese police stated that the reward for any information leading to the direct capture of the criminal would be 700,000 RMB, or 114,000 US dollars. 41 days after Zhu's escape, on November 28, 2021, the Jilin City Police announced that somewhere in Jilin City, the escaped fugitive Zhu was successfully captured. The winter in Northeast China is very cold. When Zhu escaped from prison, he was thinly dressed with bare feet. The temperature in Jilin was just below 0 at the time. By the time he was captured, the temperature had dropped to more than 10 degrees below 0. He hid in a boat surrounded by a blanket of snow in a lake. A nearby villager said that the place where he hid was not accessible by car, but only by boat. The Chinese media put out a complimentary report saying that Zhu continued to steal while on the run, including a boat, a packet of snacks, half a barrel of liquor, a bottle of drink, etc. Some people have speculated that there must be Chinese who secretly gave clothes and food to Zhu for him to survive for 41 days in the freezing cold. Is there a police reward in sight? The relevant staff of Jilin Public Security Bureau had told the media that the identity of the person who reported the case and the details concerning the reward were not clear. Only on November 28th, after the news of Zhu's successful arrest, a video was circulated online showing 3 men holding a picture of Zhu with a small caption reading 700,000 RMB in hand. Subsequently, the three men's online social media account was inundated with messages from netizens, the majority of which condemned them for selling their conscience for money. The men also claimed that they had received harassing phone calls. In the end, the account was forced to close. One of the three men involved, Mr. Li, expressed through official Chinese media that they took Ju's photo and made a video just to spread the message, and that they had no clue about Ju's whereabouts. As of now, the Chinese police have not yet announced the status of the huge reward. Now, the informant has shown up by chance. He appears to be an ordinary villager in the Northeast and said that Ju was arrested by the police because he provided important information. You walk along the river. Ju was caught across the Hejiatsa ditch.
Have you got any prize?
On November 28th, the day Ju was arrested, the police came to me. I said, "Don't come to me, Ju isn't here." I told them he had left. I said, "Over there at the Hejiatsa ditch, Wufang ditch, there are 3 local houses. Ju is there. You police, go there to catch him, there." The police arrived here at 9 o'clock that day and took the boat over there and caught him when they got there.
Is it in the north village or the south village?
He was caught in the Hejiatsa ditch. Across from me are 3 small houses, 2 painted steel houses, 1 brick house.
So you have helped?
My help is worthless.
Did you not get a prize?
The Communist Party doesn't care about you. You believe in the public security, prosecutor, or court. Don't believe in them.
Then you should report them.
I have gone to the provincial government to file a complaint. The governor is the same. Ju is caught. No one cares about you. I gave them the tip. I made a big pot of rice, bought more than 10 pounds of meat. The police ate it all.
Did they leave you some money for the meal?
They didn't leave a penny. They finished a box of canned food too.
What's your last name?
My last name is Mu. I have filmed a video for the police. It's still on my phone.
Those police aren't trustworthy.
The Communist Party doesn't care. Didn't I go to the province to complain? The Jilin City Public Security Bureau had me over and told me, "When it's over, I'll report you to the higher-ups." How do you think he reported it? At the bottom was my signature, but the name of the informant in the document isn't me. The police collected the money. Do you think they would share it with you? The money was dispensed, but the greedy public security embezzled it all. The prize was 700,000 yuan. If they gave me 30,000 to 20,000 yuan, I won't be so mad. I went to the mayor. No one cares. I went to the Jilin Public Security Bureau and the petition office. They said it was too big for them to handle, and they wouldn't even let me in. When they didn't catch the guy, the 2 directors of the Jilin Public Security Bureau and the leader of the command center all visited here. I had to answer 100 calls a day. After they caught the criminal, who cares about you?
Ju stole your boat?
He stole my smaller boat. Just after it got dark that day, he pushed away my boat from over there, and later let it go, and I found it from Jiaohe later on. If it's a normal case of a boat being stolen, no one would help you look for it, even if you have reported it to the police. Isn't this a joke? For Western countries, those who flee North Korea are considered refugees. The Republic of Korea officially refers to them as North Korean residents or North Korean exiles. Article 3 of the Constitution of the Republic of Korea stipulates that the territory of the Republic of Korea is the Korean Peninsula and its affiliated islands. This decree means that all North Korean nationals, including North Korean defectors, are legal citizens of the Republic of Korea. In 1951, China became a signatory to the UN Refugee Convention, which prohibits the return of refugees to countries where they face the risk of persecution or torture. Also, Beijing established formal diplomatic relations with the South Korean government in 1995, but the Communist Party considers North Korea defectors to be illegal immigrants, not refugees. Therefore, if North Koreans are captured, the Chinese Communist authorities will forcibly return them. As a result, most defectors who arrive in China will also escape to other countries. Some have tried to escape into South Korean consulate in Shenyang in the hope of being sent to South Korea, but the Chinese Communist Party has again tightened security around the consulate in recent years. So the defectors have tried to open up new routes to escape to South Korea, which include a route to the Mongolian border. There is information indicating that Ju's target appears to be Mongolia. However, this path is very difficult and requires crossing the desert, so not many people choose it. Others will travel through China and then on to Southeast Asian countries such as Thailand, where they will be officially recognized as illegal immigrants and sent to South Korea after serving their sentences in prison. There are also defectors who choose to flee to Japan. In traditional Chinese values, there is compassion for the weak and reverence for heroes. Chinese people have a sense of justice and a hatred for the evil forces, a tradition reflected in China's long-standing martial arts culture. As a result, many Chinese feel sympathy for the nationals of North Korea, which has an authoritarian and red regime. For a long time, many Chinese people relied on their conscience to resist the communist Marxist-Leninist ideology. The Chinese Communist Party changed its approach and for decades used the banner of nationalism to blur the boundaries between the state, the nation, and the party. Arguably, this propaganda is more successful because China once suffered a painful experience of being invaded and colonized by Western countries. This kind of nationalist brainwashing has succeeded in arousing a strong sense of patriotism among many Chinese. However, Chinese people have suffered many blows in reality. Some Chinese have realized that the carefully packaged theories of the Chinese Communist Party have many flaws. More and more Chinese are coming to their senses and referring to the current Red China as West Korea. Ju's case exemplifies two opposing attitudes in China. The official Chinese media has tried to lead the public to believe that Ju is a criminal. But on Chinese social media, many Chinese people have expressed sympathy for Ju, especially for what will happen to him when he returns to North Korea. One comment read, "The fact that countless people scolded the snitcher who provided the tip shows that people's conscience is still alive, and they all hope for a good ending for Ju." Under the video of the above-mentioned tipster's complaint, people have commented, "Will there be a good end for helping the party?" Another sarcastic comment reads, "The man is allowed to collect firewood there for the sake of the 10 pounds of meat, which is already the greatest gift from the public security. How dare he demand money?" There are also Chinese people tracking the aftermath of Ju's arrest. Sources say that after his capture, Ju will serve a full 14 months of his reduced sentence in prison and an additional 5 years for his escape. The person who posted the news wrote, "At least Ju will be alive for a few more years, and after that, no one knows what will happen." It seems to be a message of hope, because in 5 years, the world will probably change a lot. What do you think?